Welcome, much welcome. It's a wonderful seeing everyone here for the second annual conference organized by the Faculty Advisory Committee with the support of the system and turn on my timer. We're going to be doing this today. Because I'm time. Good. Okay. I first want to say that last year was in some ways, looking at some of our leaders from last year, that a very difficult time for all of us. And but it was also wonderful because in the process of dealing with the problems last year, we kind of forged relationships across the system between university and community college people and among the community colleges, which had not had a statewide organization until all this happened. So it helped us become more of a system. And now we're at a point, I think, from being close to the system administration, I think we're at a point where we will be listened to if we have good ideas. And that's a wonderful point to be. And today is all about generating new and good ideas and moving forward. And having said that, I have to do logistical things. I forgot to say my name is Barbara Richards, and I'm the Vice Chair of the Faculty Advisory Committee and a professor here. Okay. Legal, I have to read legal language here about the videotaping that's happening today. I know when you look at the program, you're going to see that you can't possibly be at 4 workshops at once, but you wish you could. And they're all going to be put up on a brand new piece of the Board of Regents website devoted to faculty and with a section on the Faculty Advisory Committee. And all presenters should know that you can also put up documents. You can put up PowerPoints, longer versions of what you said, whatever you like. The legal statement. Okay. We would like to remind the audience, this was drafted, by the way, with the help of Ernst Weaver, the counsel, who's been very helpful. We would like to remind the audience that this event is being recorded and will be uploaded to the internet. Anyone who wishes to address the panel, speakers, etc., and does not wish their questions or comments captured on the recording should ask their questions during breaks or at the conclusion of the conference. Okay, that's that. There are a ton of thank yous to try to fit into a very short time because so many people have helped make this conference as wonderful as it's going to be today. First of all, we have a group of work-study students here who will be pointing. They're in that corner back there. These are your helpers for the day. They will be one per person, one per room where the presentations are. So there will be one in your room to help in case of any technical problems, to go back to the conference coordinators and find out what to do about any problem of any kind that comes up during the day. I would like to, we have to do this fast, the whole conference committee to stand up, please. Some of them are already standing in the back. Are they all working?
They're busy.
They're busy, okay. A couple of them are back there. It's a big committee. The program lists that committee, and that committee was no joke. Most of the people on that committee did huge amounts of work on parts of producing this whole thing. And so if you see them, thank them.
Thank you.
And if you need help, ask them. Also in the program, many other people who are not on the conference committee and are just not going to have time to read them. It's very frustrating. I like to point out great things that various people did, but we just want to have a lot of workshops, so we're not spending a lot of time right now. And one more thing before I go on to introduce our president. Yesterday at the Board of Regents meeting, they announced that Estela Lopez, our dear provost, is going to retire in June. For the third time, she said. So, unless we can convince her to come back. But she did say she would work as a volunteer with us, and we're going to call her on that. So she'll be around, but I wanted to say that, is Merle here yet? Estella and Regent Merle Harris, who's going to be leading our final session today, really kind of pulled us through last year in the hardest times. And it was hard on them, and we're very grateful for that and for all the productive work we've been able to do this year. And so thank you for everything, Stella. And finally, our president, President Broadie, sitting right here, came almost exactly 1 year ago, and in his first week attended our conference last year and stayed all day. And that's one of the reasons we wanted to have it here this year. He is a sincere believer in shared governance, came from a place that practiced it, is teaching us in some ways how to do it, but leaving us to figure out how we want to do it. Has shown again and again by his actions that he wants us to work all together, not be divided, and we will be listened to. And we're very, very happy to have him as our president, and I would now like to turn this over to him.
Thank you, Barbara. So you guys are really quiet, and that's tough. So give yourselves a round of applause. It's very important that you attended this conference today. This is the second annual Faculty Advisory Committee, and I thought about, well, what do I want to say? I can tell them how wonderful Housatonic is, but I'm sure people already know that. I can tell them how great the faculty are, but I'm sure people know that also. And then I thought, well, you know what? All 17 institutions have some wonderful faculty. They're touching and changing lives. So why don't I talk about shared governance? That's near and dear to me, as you heard Barbara say. So today you're going to hear from some fabulous presenters and great keynote speakers. But I want to talk about shared governance, and I think I have a clock somewhere. Thank you, Barbara. And I'm going to be brief. But as Barbara said, it was around this time last year that I arrived, and I attended the system's first conference on shared governance. And upon leaving, it was at Manchester Community College, and I was driving home, and I thought, wow, what a powerful conference. The conference captured what I believe to be at the essence of shared governance. All areas of the institution working together to advance our institution's priorities, to advance our impact across the board, our impact on students. Now, today's conference, it builds on that. Like last year, today's conference will inform you. It will introduce you to practices occurring across the system. It will engage you in thoughtful discussion. It will inspire you to return to your campus and share information and implement learning strategies as you continue to impact the lives of students. The title of this year's conference, Shared Governance and Student Success. This could not be more fitting. Regardless of your role at the institution, there's one core goal that we all work towards, and that's student success. Across our entire system, we're working together to promote success and goal completion in our students. We have a great deal to be proud of. Your attendance and your commitment today is one of those things you should be proud of. Last night I read an article, and it was in the Chronicle, and it was titled, Exactly What is Shared Governance? This article talked about the varying definitions of shared governance and some misperceptions about shared governance. But the last sentence in the article captured what I believe is true shared governance. And I'm going to read it to you. The last sentence in the article reads as follows. The key to genuine shared governance is broad, unending communication. Broad, unending communication. It goes on to say when various groups of people are kept in the loop and understand what developments are occurring within the university, and when they are invited to participate as true partners, the institution prospers. Now I want to add to that. When effective shared governance occurs, not only does the institution prosper, our students prosper, our academic and student support programs prosper. The connection and partnership between faculty, staff, and administration grows stronger, and together we influence student and community-wide success. So, across our 17 institutions, together we illuminate the pathway for our students to achieve academic and personal success. By working together as partners, learning from each other, coming together to solve problems, and respecting and capitalizing on our collective expertise, we're able to influence change, carry out our institution's mission, deliver knowledge, influence institutional, system-wide, state, and national agendas, change communities, and change lives. Together we are powerful. Effective shared governance has no room for us against them approaches. Our institutions face too many challenges that we face, and we must face them together on a unified front. Regardless of our title, we each play a significant role in impacting our institutions. We are all working towards a singular vision, and shared governance provides the vehicle to bring about great change, institutional growth, and student success. So, regardless of our institutional challenges, we have a reason to smile every time we enter our institutions. We're provoking intellectual thought and critical thinking. We're inspiring learning. We're helping people realize their dreams. We're supplying businesses with talented and pool of students. We're doing this together. Through shared governance, we're becoming even more effective. Through shared governance, we are truly having a collective impact. So I want to tell you in closing, I would like for you to enjoy the conference and learn from the presenters, learn from each other, and have a wonderful day. I forgot to say welcome to Housatonic.